Hello humans, it's just Martine, and today it's time to squash some series. This is the vlog that I'm making for the qualifying section of the Squash That Series tournament round. If you don't know, Squash That Series is a readathon created by Bailey from Is Bailey Reading and Kayla from Kayla Ray Reads, and the focus is to finish series. Squash them series. So obviously we'll be reading a lot of sequels and such. This round of Squash That Series is the most insane one yet. It's like 6 weeks long. It's a bracket tournament style thing. And before you get on the bracket, you have to qualify to be on the bracket. Qualifying is January 1st and 2nd. And to qualify, you have to read for a total of 6 hours and 500 pages. So you can't just get 500 easy pages. You can't just read for 6 hours. Gotta do both. So today it's December 31st, 2023, and I have been getting myself ready for tomorrow for absolute weeks. I've been starting new series. I've been placing my holds. I've been loading up my Libby with all of the goods, especially because I'll have issues with week 1. I'm going out of town starting on the 2nd, so part of this vlog, and so that's going to mess everything up. I kind of need to make sure I have everything I could possibly need with me, but for qualifying, we're just going to be working through the sequels. Here's how I'm approaching qualifying, because I feel like everybody's got a different strategy. Bailey's strategy is that she's going to have 2 books going, one bigger one that's slower and one shorter, faster one. She's going to use the shorter, faster one to get up to the 500 pages. She's going to focus on pages first, then she's going to switch to the big one and focus on the remaining time. That way, since books can roll over from week to week, she can take the big book with her and finish it at some point later in the readathon whenever a prompt comes up that it fits. I think this is a pretty good strategy, but I think my strategy goes crazy as well. I'm kind of doing the same thing except reverse and then adding a couple extra elements. So what do I mean by same thing but reverse? Well, I have one big long book and I have one shorter fast book, and I'm going to start with the big one. I'm going to make progress on the big one. We're gonna go slowly at first. Then at some point I'm gonna speed it up and get some fast pages in, probably towards the end of my 6 hours, as it were. I'm a little worried and trying to set myself up for a good first week on the bracket because I will be out of town. I'll have less reading time, so I kind of am trying to situate myself somewhere on the bracket where I'll be competing against someone the first week that I think I can take down while not reading my normal amount. But I'm not sure I'll successfully do that because I always think I can do that and then I just rush the first day and I'll qualify too quickly, watch. Because I'll panic about not getting on the bracket at all, and then I'll end up doing it as one of the first people to finish. That's always how it goes for me, but that's the strategy. But aside from that, after I finish hitting the time and the pages, I still have a 9-hour drive on the 2nd. So I'm not gonna waste that reading time. I'm going to set myself up for the future, especially that hectic first week where I'll be out of town, by starting a ton of different books in the hopes that something that I start will count for the prompts that I need in week 1. This is just sad to watch back. That's all I'm gonna say about that. It's just sad. I find that the slowest part of a book for me is the very beginning, getting into it, getting through the first 10%. So that's gonna be my focus, is getting myself started in a bunch of books so that whatever prompt comes up, hopefully I'll just be great, I already started a book for that. I've gotten over the slowest part. I'm running for the wind. So that's my qualifying strategy. Today I'm still doing prep. So I finished the last standalone book. I've been working on doing a lot of my beginning of the year things, even starting packing for my trip so that I don't have to do that as much tomorrow or spend as much time wrapping up my 2023 reading spreadsheet and all that. So again, it's something that I don't have to do tomorrow before I leave for my trip. We're making things happen and it's going to be insane. It's going to be insane, but it's going to be so fun because even if I get out week 1, I'll still be a cheerleader for somebody. And if I do say so myself, I think I'd be a very helpful, powerful cheerleader. So we'll just see what happens. One step at a time. Let's focus on qualifying first. Hurrah. Happy New Year. It's 9:45 a.m. I'm about to log in to do some reading sprints with the gang. For Squash That Series, I'm only 30 minutes into reading, but that's okay because we're gonna do some reading sprints. And guess who's joining me for my sprints? Why is your tongue blue? I can't. Woohoo! Hello, it's 1 p.m. and I am 175 pages into various things and 2 hours of reading in, which is good. We're about a third of the way there. So far, nobody else is qualified, and I'm where are you? Please, somebody I'm scared about who I'll be paired up with. So like, I want to know, I want some people on the board before me. And it's not looking that great. Anyway, so I'm about to play a game of hurry up and wait. I'm going to read, and then stop a bit before I actually qualify. But I do think at this point I've started 2 books. I think I'm going to start another one for a bit because I'm at 19% of one of the books and 21% of the other. So I'm making good progress in both of those. So I think it's time to switch it up a bit. Ignore my crazy hair. It's trying to dry and it's freaking out. But it is now 7:32 p.m. and I just had dinner with my family and stuff. We relaxed for a bit and now I'm going to get down to business. So I have 5 hours of reading done so far and 400 pages. So I need 100 more pages and 1 more hour. Let's get to reading. It's 7:57 and I just hit 500 pages and I just have 29 minutes of reading left to go. But I'm kind of worried because like we need a couple more people to submit before I do. And I have this feeling that like people who are going to submit tonight are like done submitting for tonight, at least while I'm awake. I think more people might submit once I'm asleep, but that's not helpful to me. So I'm just playing a waiting game now with these last 29 minutes. It's 9 p.m. and I just qualified. Hey! I'm still going to do plenty of reading tomorrow and I'll bring you along and everything, but I've officially finished my 500 pages, 6 hours. One thing that I did in qualifying that I forgot to talk about at the time is I did my 6 hours of reading. I did my 500 pages. And after that, I was just making progress in other books. But I also finished reading a book 1 that I had started at the end of 2023 called The Shade Amulet, I think it's called. That or The Shadow Amulet, it's right here, you see it. And I gave that 2 stars, but I mainly just wanted to like start another series so that I had some more options on the board, especially for the prompts that come up in a lot of the games, which is like most recently started series. I wanted something quick and easy. Yeah, I gave it 2 stars. It just had way too much going on. I felt like there were 3 separate plot lines all around the same main character, and none of them got resolved in this first book. In general, this series is about this woman and she has these fire powers. She can like stop fire from happening, I guess. And so she's called into all of these emergency situations, like when there are guns or bombs or stuff, and she stops it from hurting people, which is pretty cool. But then they suddenly involve like a prophecy, and I forget the other like 4 different things that happen in this book because it's been a few days since I finished it now. As per my rating, I wasn't really into it, but you know, it's a book, my first book of 2024 that I actually finished, and not the best start to the year, but that's okay, you know, that's okay. Hello, they just had the live show and I was not able to watch it because I'm here. Wow, my montage did not go as planned. I got like 1 shot on the way here. Oops. Anyway, so we know what the bracket looks like so far, and for the first week I'm against Bailey. It's gonna be crazy, but also fun. And the game that we're playing is the 24 and 48, so basically it's time-based, which is perfect for me here for a couple of reasons. Not because I have unlimited time. I'm actually at this retreat. I have to spend a lot of time doing other stuff. I want to spend a lot of time doing other stuff. It's mainly great because I don't have the things here that I would need to play some of the other games. So I'm very glad that I can play this. But because we have that, I'm going to end this vlog here because I'm qualified, I'm on the board, I'm versus Bailey next week, so you'll just have to tune in to one of my future videos to see what happens because it's going to be a crazy week. But if you like this video, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up and comment down below. Did you participate in this round of Squash That series? And subscribe for more reading, writing, and college lifestyle content. And until next time, bye humans, bye!